Let's go bowling. New Mexico State and Bowling Green facing off. Bowling Green looking for their first bowl win since 2014. New Mexico State, their first season under Jerry Kill. They finished the season 6-6. No score early in the first. Diego Pavia out to Star Thomas, starring in the end zone all alone. New Mexico State goes up 7-0. Late third, New Mexico State up 17-7, making it more. Amonte Watkins, takeoff speed. 47 yards to the crib. They go up 24-7, hold on to win 24-19. New Mexico State finishes their season 7-6. That matches the amount of wins in their previous 4 seasons combined. A look at the bowl schedule for today as we continue the bowling. 4 games that we will preview for you here. Georgia Southern taking on Buffalo at noon Eastern. Coastal Carolina and ECU at 6:45. And we finish off out west in Phoenix, 10:15 with Wisconsin and Oklahoma State. So you've seen the schedule for today. Now we get the picks in to help you make some money and get that money back from all the gifts you spent for Christmas time. Emory Hunt here to help you do just that. I need you to talk to me nice today, Emory. My parents are alum of Georgia Southern. The Eagles get Buffalo today. Their QB, Kyle Van Treese, played for the Bulls from 2017 to 2021. With that in mind, how are you leaning?
Listen, the guys from Statesboro do a great job in just playing offense. This dates back to pre-Van Treese, to pre-Clay Helton, to when they used to run the option attack. So I'm always a fan of what Georgia Southern does, and they play in the Sun Best Conference. So with all of that being the backdrop, I like the offense here for Georgia Southern. I'm going to lay the 5 with the Eagles. I feel like because they are a lot more consistent in what they do offensively, and you got to look at the fact that both teams are coming off of a month layoff. So even though they don't play defense, even though they score a lot of points, this will be a slow pace game until the end, so I'm going to take the under as well.
Okay. Our next game, Memphis and Utah State. Both of them are 6-6. Tigers are favored by 7.5, but they've lost 5 of their last 7 games. Does that help influence the way you're feeling with this pick?
A little bit, but it's due to the fact of how they lost these games, Zach. They can't play defense. But on the other side, neither can Utah State. So guess what? We're going to go over here on the 60.5, but I'm going to also take Utah State in the points. I just like the fact that they can spread you out and attack you at different quadrants of the field. So we'll see a back and forth affair because, again, neither team has played defense. But unlike the other game, I expect the month layoff to not affect these two teams. So I like them to hit the ground running and score a lot of points.
So we had my parents' alma mater with Georgia Southern. Now my wife, she's an alum of East Carolina. The Pirates get Coastal Carolina. Total set at 64. The Chanticleers will have Grayson McCall despite him planning on transferring after the game. So with all the offensive numbers he's put up, what's the play here?
He makes a big difference, and he's the reason why I like the over in this game, but I also love East Carolina. I'm going to lay the points with the Pirates. I feel like their defense at times has shown the ability to get teams off the field. They can apply pressure. We know they can run the football with their depth in the backfield. I like what they do throwing the football. Isaiah Winston is one of my favorite receivers in the country, and he plays above the rim, so I expect him to score some in this game as well. So I just like the back and forth affair, but defense will reign supreme in the end. I like the Pirates to get enough distance to cover as well.
You like defense reigning supreme there. Out west, how about the defense that we might get in this showdown between Wisconsin and Oklahoma State? The total set at 43. Both teams will be without their starting quarterbacks from who they had during the season. Do you think that it'll be even lower than 43?
It may be, man. And here's the thing. If you ask both fan bases, they're probably excited that both quarterbacks are not playing in this ball game as much as they talked about these guys all throughout the season in a negative way. But all jokes aside, when you look at this game for Wisconsin, they tend to play bowl games like it's week 8. So, yes, this game will go under 43.5 points. It was at 44 all week long. So I love them laying the points here because I feel like their defense will do a great job of slowing down whatever Oklahoma State wants to do out there offensively. They can never figure it out on a consistent basis, but whatever they try to do, Wisconsin will have an answer for. So lay these points with Wisconsin, but definitely take the under.
Yeah, that total has just been fluctuating all week. At one point it was at 45, and now it just keeps on creeping down as Vegas and the people are thinking, hey, not a lot of points will be scored today. So, you know, points and picks are things that we enjoy seeing. Sometimes from time to time, we see those animals out there making predictions for the games out the Atlanta Zoo. Yang Yang, the panda, picked Georgia to beat Ohio State. Are you one? Do you trust these animals when they go and make their selections. Here we go.
Well, listen, man, here's my thought. With the way these opt-outs and transfers happen all the time now in bowl season, this Panda probably has a higher pick rate than I do. So, yes, trust the Panda. Trust these animals making these picks, because who knows what's happening in these bowl games. And maybe he just likes this one. You know, I have some questions of why he chose the black box first. I feel some kind of way, but I like the fact that.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
I'll wait till February to discuss my complaints, but I like the fact that he dove back into the box, smells the food first, and he picked the right team. To be honest, Georgia's defense, to me, will slow down Ohio State's offense, and a lot of people have questions about C.J. Stroud and how can he handle pressure. Well, he's going to get to answer that question in this ball game against that Bulldogs front seven. So, but I like Georgia. So, yeah, the Panther, rock with him on this one.
Mike, your thoughts?
You know what? I mean, I think they just put the food in the Georgia box. I don't even think they gave Ohio State a fair enough shot. That's my problem with that.
And the Georgia box was the very first box. So if the Panda's going to be lazy and just want the easy food situation, you go right there.
I think the trainers know what's up. I mean, come on. Georgia,
I mean, listen,
let's make them look good.
You guys make great points, but I still feel some kind of way. You know, so I'm going to say, yeah, he chose that because he also probably watched the film. Like, trust the Panda. You know, everyone now has access to the all 22. So trust the Panda. He probably watched the film, saw that Georgia defense, and was like, you know what? This is the closest thing to a Panda Bear that I can find. No one knows what a Buckeye really is. So, yeah, take the Bulldogs.
You think the Panda's really late at night just going through the all 22 film, Pro Football Focus, just doing all that stuff on like a random Sunday or something?
Whatever it takes. Emory, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you come February because I want to know why you felt the way you did about that Panda. In the meantime, though, these are Emory's picks for today's slate of bowl games. Take Georgia Southern and the under. Utah State at 7 and a hook. The over set at 58.5. He likes East Carolina and the over and not much scoring with Wisconsin. The under total at 45 is Emory's pick.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.